Alright, hello class. I have taken a sick day so that I can grade your dystopian papers and give them back to you. So, I want to talk to you about the test first, alright? So you might want to write some things down. You can use your summary journals for the test. So study them, look over them, see if there's anything else you want to add to them. And basically here are some things on your test. The test is worth 120 points, so it's huge. You are going to make sure that you study a lot of the plot. There's going to be about 25 true or false questions, and those deal with basic things in the plot. If you were in class and you paid attention to the discussion cards, that's going to help you a lot. So there will be some true and false there. There is also going to be a matching section that's going to have again, more of the plot stuff. It would be helpful if you looked at where they started in Transylvania and then all the places that they went in the order that they went. That's going to help you a lot. Then there is, and I would know like dates and times, you know, settings. That's all pretty important. Then there's also, there's 3 different matching sections where I give you a character and you have to match it to something that they said or something that they did, something about their personality. And if I'm using quotes from the book, I'm giving you enough of the quote to where it would be pretty easy for you to figure out. So make sure you study those things. Pretty much every character that's mentioned in the book is somewhere on the test. So quite a few of you have been doing character charts, keeping track that way. That's a good idea. Now, there is also a matching section with some terms that we've talked about in class, but you might want to refresh your memory. Kapos, Gestapo, the SS, those are terms you're going to want to familiarize yourself with. So that's the easier part of the test. Then there is a fill-in-the-blank section, and those are going to have, there's 5 of those, and they're going to have to deal with metaphors and similes. So if you don't know what a metaphor or simile is, you're going to want to figure it out quickly. I'm going to give you a quote from the book, and you're going to have to decide, is it a metaphor or a simile? And then you're going to have to decide, okay, what 2 things are being compared. That's the whole, that's what a metaphor or simile is, comparing 2 things. So there will be 5 questions there, and those are worth 3 points each. Then there is going to be 2 or 3 short answer questions, and by short answer, you know, just a tiny paragraph, that are going to deal with irony. So if you don't know what irony is, you should figure that out. And they're all things that we have talked about in class. I'll give you a little passage and you'll have to explain to me what's the irony in that passage, why is it ironic. So 3 of those worth 5 points. Then there are 3 short essay questions, and by short essay I'm talking about like a good size paragraph, all right? The more that you write, the better off you'll be, and the more specific examples you give me from the book, the better off you'll be. So the first short answer or short essay question deals with Ellie's emotional change spiritually and emotionally. So how does he start off, and then how does he kind of end at the end of the book? The second short essay question talks about that young Pipel boy that was hung. And you're going to have to tell me in what way is the hanging of that boy symbolic of the Jewish race. That's probably the hardest essay question. The last short essay question, talks about how the relationship between fathers and sons. How did that start out in the beginning of the story, and then how does it end up at the end? And we've talked about that quite a bit in class, all right? So the relationship between fathers and sons. Now make sure with the essay questions, a lot of them have multiple questions attached. Answer all the questions. And again, the more specifics you give me from the book, the better off you'll be. Now, there's also, you should check the schedule, there's also an assignment due Saturday at midnight, and it's called Dialogues and Night Scenario. And I give you like 8 or 10 different choices, different scenarios, and they're all things that aren't in the book that you'll have to kind of make up. So I give you those choices. You have to choose 3 of them and write a page of dialogue for each one. So I think the first one is talking about Ellie and Zipporah are on the train car, and they're talking about what's going to happen. You have to kind of think about, okay, what would they say to one another? Your dialogue can be double spaced. You can type it right in the submission box, or you can do it on a Google Doc or a Word doc and then upload it. But those are due Saturday at midnight. If you have any questions, just send me an email or text me. I'll be at home grading all day tomorrow and voting. I'm going to vote. So let me know. I can't wait to see you guys. Don't forget, our Holocaust field trip is Friday. You need to bring a lunch. You have to be here no later than 8:45. So come to our room around 8:30, 8:45. Please, if you haven't given me your permission slip or money, I need that ASAP. If you are not going, please let me know ASAP so I can find some other kid in the hallway who wants to get out of class on Friday. So anyway, I hope that helps, and I will see you soon.